this year, Tysen has gotten absolutely cracked at riding wheelies, making me look like a total scrub every time we ride. So I bought this $20 wheelie mod off Amazon that's supposed to make wheelies way easier. And if it works, I might actually be able to out-wheelie him. And if you only watch one of my videos to the end, please let it be this one. The ending is one of my favorites. Okay, I got something in this box, and it is gonna make it so that pretty much any e-bike that you ride is insanely easy to wheelie, and it was only $20. So let's go throw it on my bike. We've been organizing the garage and we're not completely done yet, so I'm gonna have to somehow get my bike out of the middle there, and then we can throw these on. So we're gonna throw this on my Sur-On Light V. This thing is so clapped right now, but this upgrade is gonna make it so it's extremely easy to wheelie. I'm excited to try it out. Roll the install montage. All right, it is done. That was one of the easiest mods that I've ever put onto a bike. I literally just had to pull the rear axle and then slap these on. So this is it. We got rear foot pegs, baby. So if you ever, like when you were a kid, rode a BMX bike that had the rear pegs, I don't know if you ever tried this or not, but when you stand on those pegs, it's extremely easy to balance because the closer that your feet are to the rear axle, it's like right there on the pivot point. It makes it easy for the rest of it to wheelie and just control the whole thing. So that's where I got this idea, and then I found these on Amazon. Somebody apparently already made these to where you can just do that on your Sur-On. But I do think it's gonna be pretty fun, so let's go try this out.
Yeah, that's actually kind of cool. That's actually kind of sick.
Should we go try it out?
Yeah, let's try it.
Okay, this is the very first try. I've never done this. Let's see if they even work. All right, they're strong enough to stand on. That's a good thing.
Bryce is totally about to biff it.
That is weird. It actually works good though. Oh! All right, maybe we should let the Wheelie Pro try this.
How good are these brakes?
Yeah, this bike's clapped. We make our way out into the neighborhood, trying to get a smooth, buttery wheelie going. Okay. And after a handful of tries, I can't stay up for more than a couple seconds.
Bryce, this is not looking like a wheelie hack to me.
I think I just suck at wheelies. Okay, my problem is that I just keep leaning sideways because I'm just not used to it, dude. But yeah, it's not looking good so far. I think we should let the Wheelie Pro try this. I think you're like 10 times better at wheelies than I am.
All right, I'll try it.
You testing out the brakes?
Yeah, these things don't work.
Not sure if this was a good thing or a bad one, but Tysen wasn't able to wheelie any better than I was, which honestly made me feel a lot better. It's weird, so I feel like after we get used to it for a little bit, then it's gonna be pretty good. As we're heading back, Tysen pulls off a pretty decent wheelie in a straight line, which gave me a bit of hope.
Bro, I'm having some trust issues with this thing right now. I literally feel the pegs like, it feels like they're flexing when I'm in a wheelie.
I mean, they were $20, so.
Yeah. Dude, this is weird.
Then I had this great idea, and I hopped on back of Tysen on the pegs. Okay, let's go. This was incredibly uncomfortable. Honestly, there's no reason to use these for this reason.
It's scary having your foot this close to the chain.
Yeah.
It's so scary.
Yeah, it's right next to it.
Yeah.
Like if your shoelace comes untied, it's just gonna be, you're done. Dude, I honestly don't know. This is gonna be harder than I thought it would be. So I went back out and I kept practicing. Let's see if I can get going straight at least.
I've been wanting this forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better.
So I guess that the only like upside to it is if you loop out, it's easy to bail. Like watch this. You go, you can just jump right off because your feet are already down. Other than that, it's actually not that much easier. And I honestly felt like that for a while until I figured out the secret. Maybe that's the trick, is actually getting some speed. That felt like it was staying a little bit more straight. Okay. That was a big improvement actually. I think speed is the key. The hardest thing is I just suck at balance. After a while, I actually started getting a few solid wheelies, but most of the time, I just couldn't keep the bike straight up. I feel like I'm actually starting to get the hang of it now. That was a huge confidence boost because for the first time in this video, I actually felt like I had a shot at beating Tysen. The problem is I keep leaning too hard to the right. Okay, it's kind of like, you know those stump bars that they put on like street bikes and stuff like that? Yeah. It's very similar to that. Okay, so after riding this for about 20-ish minutes, I actually feel like I'm already better at riding wheelies with the rear pegs than I was just normal wheelies. And like, I'm not great at wheelies. I can do power wheelies pretty good, but I'm not pulling 9 o'clocks like Tysen, but I can definitely feel progress. I don't know, what do you guys think? Does that look too bad? Like, would you keep those on or should I take them off? Let me know in the comments. I kind of want to see if the foot pegs will stay up even if I'm on like the dirt bike track. So let's go hit the track and see if they stay up, because if they do, there's a chance I'll just keep them on my bike. I'm having a lot of fun with them. Surprisingly, they stayed up really good. Even though I was hitting all these jumps and riding around on the dirt bike track, they stayed up great. So that actually might make it so that I keep these on the bike. I don't know. I feel like I'm actually starting to get the hang of it. Like I'm getting to the balance point now. This is actually a lot easier than just a normal wheelie because you don't have that fear of looping out. The only hard part is your side to side. It's actually fun though. A few days later, we headed up to the family cabin, and of course, I brought the bike so that I can keep practicing. This seems to happen almost every time that I'm trying to learn something new, but I honestly felt like I got worse. It seems like after I take a break for a little bit and I come back to it, I'm not as good as I was in the beginning, but after that hump, I usually get a lot better. Tysen, on the other hand, was absolutely crushing it. I mean, look at this wheelie that he was riding. This is seriously what I'm up against. But still, this location was absolutely perfect. I kept riding and practicing and just putting in the reps, just trying to get that balance point down. A few days later, we're back home and I'm ready for round 2. Okay, so do the stump pegs actually help me with wheelies? I'd say the answer is yes, but not in the way that I thought they would. So I have been able to wheelie a lot longer than I normally do. And I think a lot of that is also because I can lean it back further than I normally do. And that helps me to not go so fast and basically max out the speed to where this can't power wheelie any further. I've had a hard time keeping it straight. So a lot of times I'll pop it up and it wants to lean to the side. And so I'm trying to figure out how I can keep it straighter. Really, I just want to see though, if I can out wheelie Tysen. That is the whole goal for this video. So he kind of just left me in the dust. I'm really hoping that these can be the thing that helps me catch back up to him. You know, if this little $20 hack can make me that much better at wheelies, then it will for sure be worth it. For now, I just got to keep practicing a little bit, and then I think I'll be ready to face off with him. The other thing that's actually making this really hard is these pegs don't have that much grip, so I keep sliding off of them. Maybe I should put some like grip tape or something on that. That actually might be a good idea. So I just realized something too. I mean, I've known this for a little bit, but this is actually a big fear that I have is I don't even have a chain guard on my chain. So my foot is right here against the chain and sprocket. And that could be really bad for me because my shoelace or my pants could easily get caught in the chain right here, throw me off the bike or wipe me out. That could be a big risk for sure. This whole time, I felt like I was all over the place. 1 second, I'm holding a clean wheelie, and the next, I can't even make it 10 feet without tipping over. But right here, something just clicked for me. Okay, what I'm actually really starting to notice is that when I start the wheelie out with more speed, it's so much easier to keep it straight. I think that gyro effect kind of just keeps the bike going straight. Whereas when I start off slow, I always lean to one side or the other, so. See that? It's literally 10 times easier just starting out with some speed. And I feel like I can just do this forever. I actually think that's gonna be the key to beating Tysen. Like if I can just start out with some speed, these pegs actually do make it so much easier. Okay, there's one last thing that I gotta get dialed on this bike if I'm gonna be able to beat Tysen at wheelies, and that's the rear brake. Look at how much travel there is until it even engages. It literally goes to like right here, and now I can start to feel the tension. So if I'm just gonna hurry up and bleed these brakes, and I think that's gonna make a huge difference. So this is actually a little brake bleeding kit that I got on TikTok Shop actually, and I've never tried it before. But if you see this little metal thing right here, it's supposed to make it so that air can't get back in through the line. If you've ever bled brakes before, you know how bad it sucks. You have to sit there and open and close this, and you just hope that there's no air that gets in there, and there usually always is. So if this thing works, I'm gonna be freaking stoked. Geez, it actually looks like it's doing an amazing job. I don't see any air bubbles coming back up through it. Okay, the brakes are feeling dialed now. They actually lock up really good. I threw some brake cleaner on there. I think we're ready. Let's head up to the hill and see if we can beat Tysen at a wheelie. What?
That was a 40-mile-an-hour wheelie.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Holy crap. That was sick.
Okay, we're up here on the hill because this road right here doesn't have a lot of traffic. Of course, I would say that as a car drives by, but we're gonna be doing the wheelie contest now so that I can whoop Tysen's butt. And basically, we're just gonna be starting way down here at the bottom of the hill, and then it's gonna be like a time trial. So it's not about distance, it's whoever can stay in the air the longest. Pretty much that's it. I mean, if I can beat Tysen, then that proves that these pegs work, and if I don't, then that just proves that Tysen is better at wheelies.
Oh yeah.
Getting your tire warmed up?
Oh yeah.
What do you think's gonna happen? You think you can beat me?
I don't know. I seriously have no idea.
Yeah, I'm really am. Talking about shit like I'm really him. I'm the
All right, we were trying to have the drone follow us on its own with like the auto tracking, but since we're on a public road, we decided not to do that because I don't want a car to just come smoke it out of the air. So,
I got a little bit of practice and I'm feeling a little bit rusty tonight.
All right, Tysen, I'm ready when you are.
30 degrees Fahrenheit.
Dude, the wind is not our friend today.
I'm seriously like this in a wheelie.
Yeah, that was nuts.
I'm like literally leaning off of my bike. so much.
That was wild. Guess it's my turn.
Something that I try to do when I was going is I try to just hold the longest, what do you even call it? Without even using the brake. A speed wheelie would.
Power wheelie?
Yeah, a power wheelie. I literally was just trying to do the longest power wheelie of my life. So that like if I went backwards and like had to use my brake, I knew the wind would push me over. So I just try to hang on for as fast as I can and everything. I try to go pretty quick so that my front wheel spins a ton. Yeah.
All right, moment of truth. Let's see if I can beat Tysen. All right, I just gotta keep it slow and steady. After all that practice, I thought this was going to be an easy win, but I didn't plan on the wind pushing us this hard, and right here, I honestly thought I was gonna go down. Woo! I saved it! We're still going, baby! Woo! My arm pump is so bad! My arms literally could not hold on any longer, which was honestly a great sign because that meant that I probably had this in the bag. Let's go! Dude, that was the best wheelie I have ever done. That was insane. That was crazy. Well, there you have it, guys. The wheelie hack does work. So if you're looking to get better at wheelies, pop yourself some stunt pegs. They're so cheap and actually a lot of fun. So I'm actually gonna probably keep them on the bike. I really enjoy them and I feel like I'm actually used to them now. So, man, that was crazy. That was like literally the longest wheelie I've ever done in my life. So I'm pretty pumped about it. Also, like always, guys, make sure to go check out Modded Motoco to get all your parts and accessories for all your e-motos. And use code Throttle Bros at checkout to get yourself a nice little discount. And we will see you guys next time. I can't feel my fingers. It is so cold.